Welcome, the anointed ones. The rarest thing in this world is someone who reminds you of your own potential and terrifies you because they embody it. Did you know that less than 1% of people are born with an extraordinary presence, so magnetic it leaves others spellbound? These aren't just the influencers or the CEOs. No, we're talking about chosen ones, the kind of individuals who walk into a room and make you forget what planet you're on. They don't just exist, they disrupt existence itself. But here's the catch. They don't do it on purpose. They aren't trying to mesmerize you or leave you in awe. They're just out here casually being themselves, sipping their coffee while your brain is screaming. Who even are you? What makes them so shockingly different? Is it their unshakable energy, their almost supernatural ability to see right through you, or the way they seem like they were sent from another realm just to challenge everything you thought you knew about life? One thing's for sure, you've felt it. You've crossed paths with someone who left you rattled, confused, maybe even inspired. Deep down, you know these aren't ordinary people. They're forces of nature, leaving trails of chaos and clarity wherever they go. Let's dive into what it really means to be one of these chosen ones and why, like moths to a flame, people are utterly mesmerized by their existence. Buckle up. This isn't your average how to be special fluff. This is the brutal, mind-blowing truth. 1. Your energy feels like a cosmic anomaly. Your energy isn't just something people notice. It's something they feel. It's as if you carry a frequency that doesn't fit into the ordinary world, sending shockwaves through anyone who comes near you. This isn't about charisma or confidence. Those are easy to explain and even imitate. What you bring is something much deeper, much rarer, and far more unsettling. People don't know why, but being around you feels like standing too close to something raw and untamed. They're mesmerized because your presence strips away the layers of artifice they've carefully built around themselves. It's not that you try to expose them, it just happens. You don't blend in and never could because your energy demands to be felt, not ignored. It's not the kind of magnetism that makes people instantly like you. In fact, some might even find it unnerving. There's an intensity to you they can't quite name, a feeling that you see them more clearly than they're comfortable with. And it's true. You do see things they try to hide, not because you're prying, but because your authenticity has a way of making anything false crumble under its weight. The most shocking part? You don't even notice you're doing it. You just exist in your natural state, but that state is so potent, so alive that it's impossible for others to ignore. 2. You don't conform. You redefine the standard. You don't just exist within the framework everyone else accepts. You tear it down and rebuild it on your terms. For most people, life is about fitting in, following the rules, and meeting expectations. But you move to a rhythm no one else can hear. This refusal to conform isn't loud or defiant. It's quiet, natural, and unervingly effortless. You don't have to shout about being different, because your very existence does that for you. The way you carry yourself, the way you think, and the way you live, it's all a testament to your unwillingness to settle for mediocrity. People watch you and feel the weight of their own compromises. What's fascinating is that you don't actively try to stand out. In fact, you probably find it amusing when people tell you how unique you are. For you, it's just the way life is meant to be lived on your own terms. 3. You're an unapologetic mirror. You have a way of holding up a mirror to people, but it's not the kind that flatters or sugarcoats. It's raw, honest, and impossible to ignore. Without even trying, you show people who they really are, the parts they're proud of, and the parts they'd rather keep hidden. For some, this feels like a revelation. Being around you gives them clarity they didn't know they needed. They leave your presence feeling seen in a way they've never experienced before. But for others, it's unsettling. You make them confront truths they've buried so deeply they forgot they were even there. The wildest part? You're not doing it intentionally. It's just that your authenticity is so powerful, it leaves no room for pretense. People can't hide behind their usual facades when they're around you. 4. You're living proof of the extraordinary. There's something about the way you live that shakes people to their core. You don't just talk about big ideas or lofty ambitions, you embody them. You're the proof they never thought they'd find. It's not just what you've achieved, it's how you've done it. You don't play by the rules they've been taught to follow. You take risks, make unconventional choices, and somehow come out on top. It's both inspiring and unsettling because it forces them to confront a painful reality. If you can do it, why haven't they? For some, this realization lights a fire. They see you thriving, and it gives them permission to dream bigger. But for others, it's terrifying. They'd rather believe their dreams are unattainable than admit they've been holding themselves back. 5. You play chess while they're learning checkers. Your mind operates on a completely different frequency. While most people are busy focusing on the obvious, you're already 5 steps ahead, working through possibilities they haven't even considered yet. It's not that you're trying to outsmart anyone, it's just how you're wired. You see patterns, connections, and solutions that others overlook. Your thought process is layered, strategic, and multi-dimensional. What leaves people stunned is how effortless it all seems. While they're sweating over the details, you're calmly weaving through complexities, as if it's second nature. It's not just impressive, it's intimidating. People don't know how to keep up with someone who thinks the way you do. Whether they admire you or envy you, one thing is certain: they can't stop watching. 6. Your pain has transformed into power. Your pain isn't a secret. It's etched into the way you carry yourself, woven into your story. But instead of being a weight that drags you down, it's become the foundation for your strength. You didn't just survive what tried to break you. You took that pain, molded it, and turned it into something unshakable. You don't flaunt it, but it's there in everything you do, a quiet reminder that pain doesn't have to destroy. It can transform. 7. You inspire fear and fascination simultaneously. There's a magnetic pull to you, but it's not the kind people can easily decipher. You embody a paradox that leaves them in a constant state of awe and uncertainty. On one hand, you're approachable, someone who makes others feel heard and understood. But on the other hand, there's something untouchable about you. This duality confuses and captivates them. Your existence forces people to confront their own potential or lack thereof. You challenge their sense of self-worth without saying a word. That's why they can't decide how to respond to you. Do they idolize you as a symbol of everything they wish they could become, or do they avoid you altogether because your light forces them to face their shadows? In the end, you're not just a part of their journey, you're a turning point. Your presence challenges, awakens, and transforms. It's a gift and a responsibility, and it's what makes you unforgettable.